Willie D Live.
What's up, family? You're not going to believe this one. Oh, man, this is bad, bad, bad. This is a story from 10 years ago, but it's not dated because it is extremely, very much applicable to today's society. Oh, man. We got Pastor Nathan Greer, a former pastor at Mount Sterling Baptist Church in Butler, Alabama. He says he was fired for inviting Black children to attend the church's vacation Bible school. He says that 31 members of the church leadership unanimously voted him out after he refused to stop when they initially warned him. He told reporters there was pushback about where the types of children we were bringing in, and I was asked not to invite Black children to VBS. After being told this repeatedly by the other pastors, Greer decided to give a Sunday sermon about racism. Soon after, you guessed it, he was fired. He comments, I wanted the church to know that this is not consistent with the gospel. This is not consistent with God's word that we honor and give dignity to all people. That's what the Bible teaches us. And all people are worthy and in need of the gospel. And racism denies that to a certain amount of people. I ain't got no problem with that. Hey, fam, it is what it is. Like the uncivilized gonna uncivilize. This is why there is so many people running away from the church, because the church is being exposed as nothing but a membership club. The church is being exposed all over the world thanks to the internet. Yeah. Now, before I go any further, for those pastors that are truly doing the Lord's work, who are in the business of saving souls, first, I think that's one of the most honorable businesses you can be in, if you can call it a business. It's a line of work. I think it's honorable because Lord knows we need some souls saved around here. So if somebody is in that line of work and they're truly doing the work, that person is special to me. And that person deserves praise. That person deserves honor and respect, but also a check. That's right. I said it because ain't nothing free. You going out here and you're ministering to the world, but you ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. You got a family, but you can't feed your family because you out here ministering to everybody else's family. No, people who do the work should be properly compensated. And I ain't talking about no measly, barely get by compensation. If you're in the business of saving souls, think about that, fam. Think about if somebody could have saved Donald Trump's soul. Wouldn't that have been valuable? Think about how much better so many other people's lives would have been had the demon not taken control of him. Or at least had somebody saved him when the demon first entered his body. It could have been different, man. It could have been different. Think about if somebody had saved Charles Manson. I mean, there's a number of people you can do, you wouldn't run out of names because there's so many demonic people. And the United States got a high concentration of them. And I ain't even talking about the ones who are deceased. I'm talking about the ones who are walking amongst us right now. I think it's literally millions, fam. Yeah. So I ain't got no problem with people being properly compensated that are in the clergy industry. Moving on. This guy, right here. This is Nathan Greer. That's Nathan Greer. And this is the church. This is the church in question right here. Yeah. Mount Sterling Baptist Church. Now, this was 10 years ago. I don't know what they've done since, but from what I understand, that Sterling is no longer with the church. He's no longer with the church. They kicked him out after he was there for about a year and a half. So this happens quite frequently in our society, where you get a good one. See, the rest of them were already tarnished, right? The rest of them, they're tainted, right? These are devil's advocates. And you find a guy who is really going to be an example of what's in that Bible that they read so frequently, right? This is the guy. This guy loves everybody. He's actually preaching the word like it's supposed to be. He's not just preaching, but he's practicing what he preaches. And he gets kicked to the curb. Just like what happens oftentimes when you have good teachers. Good teacher comes in, everybody loves the teacher. Everybody loves that teacher except this one over here or that one over here. Sometimes you get a hater teacher or whatever, but most of the time, really, really good teachers, they know how to really move in those spaces. And oftentimes the teachers even like that teacher. But it's always one. It's always one. That teacher will come in and try to implement some type of program or, curriculum for the kids, something that the kids like doing, right? Something that they want to do. I'll take the curriculum part back because that has to go through state and all of that. But I'll say some type of program, right? Kids love it. They love it. Whatever they're doing, they love it. It's working. Assistant principal comes in, or the principal finds out what's going on and stop it. Or the good teacher go to the principal with the idea, hey, let's do this for the kids. And look, and this is how it can be paid for. And you can figure out all of that stuff. It won't cost the school nothing. In fact, the school might even make some money. They'd be like, nah, we don't want to do that. Some of the worst people in education are people who work in the administration office. They're the superintendents. Yeah. They're the principals at the schools. Yeah. They're the assistant principals, or that teacher that has tenure that they can't get rid of. Oh, she's horrible. He's horrible. But they just can't seem to get rid of them. Some of the worst in every industry are at the very top. And so when you get good people in, it's hard for them to do their job because they're operating in the type of system that is conducive to corruption. Same thing with police officers. You get a police officer that come in, he see things, before he come in, he see how things are, and he says, you know what, I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna come make a difference. Get in there, and he starts to do his job, and he sees somebody not doing their job properly. They're trying to tread on somebody's rights. They're trying to violate somebody, and he comes in and stop it. And now he's the one that's being ostracized. He's the one the other police officers don't want to be around. They don't want to be around him because he's the good guy. He's treating people like people. He's actually treating people with respect. He's actually doing the job that he swore to do. And can't have that. So nobody wants to ride with him. Nobody wants to rock with him. In fact, they make it hard for him to stay in the department. They start doing all kinds of things to undermine his employment. They be trying to get them up out of there. That's the type of society we live in, y'all, in this country. In this country, particularly in this country. Evil, evil, evil is consistently at the top because the evil people are consistently rewarded. And I'll tell you this too. A lot of time evil is at the top because evil will do anything to maintain control. Typically, a person that's decent won't do anything to maintain control. They won't do anything. If they get a certain amount of negative energy, man, they might quit. They be like, I can't take this. But the uncivilized must thrive off of negative energy. They wake up every day mad. They like being mad. They enjoy it. So it's hard to beat them. So you have to learn how to compartmentalize your energy to deal with them. And when you're dealing with them, if you want to stomp them out, you got to take your mind to a level that's 1,000 times higher to where you say, let me put my real me on pause for a minute and go get the rest of me, this other part of me. This is really me too, but that's a part of me that I only reserve for survival. So let me go get my survival me and handle this food right quick and do whatever I gotta do, and then I can get back to being me. I can come off that high and then, be me. But this dude got fired for bringing Black children, inviting Black children to worship. Let that be a reminder. They don't care if you're an adult or a child. They don't care. They hate you. And for all of you out there that say, well, they hate us. So what? They're uncivilized much. I don't care one way or the other how they feel. I don't care one way or the other. Reverend Greer, don't fret. Your good deeds have become part of the heavenly record of the Most High. Yeah, fam. As for those demons that you left behind, your eyes will witness their fall before your table. Just know that. No more talk.